Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never End Podcast, the podcast open to everyone except the winner of the G1. My name is Luke. I'm your host of the Never End Podcast, and with me, as always, is Mr. Andy. Say hello, Mr. Andy.
I wish you still laughed at my jokes, man. You know, but those days are gone. So sadly, but yeah, we're gonna talk about the G1 finals today. Everybody mad. I'm not mad, but everybody else real mad.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't say like I'm mad. Maybe I was 2 days ago when the G1 was on, but I would say I'm now in the mode of I don't like it, but I love the G1. So there is that. Typical Luke response to the end of the tournament, I guess.
One time we pretended that you quit the show because of who won the G1, and we did a little skit out of it, and it was pretty funny. So
was it Kota Ibushi again? Yeah, it must have been.
Or Sonata. I can't remember who it was.
Nah, Sonata was in the final. He didn't win.
That's great.
I knew he wasn't going to win.
Yeah, but you were mad at him just for getting there. You were mad at everybody that year.
Because they telegraphed the fucking win there, but I don't know. Anyway.
Still, let it go. Goddamn.
I, in my backyard, as you know this, have an array of dead horses that I continually beat with my fucking stick. And, yeah, so...
How can you move on if you won't let go? You know?
What is this, New Vegas? Get out of here. No, you never finished it. Never mind. Someone got that joke. A reference. You didn't. Anyway, you looking snazzy, by the way. I like the shirt.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Tony Soprano. See it? Tony Soprano. What's up?
What's up? Bada bing. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, there are ways people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. Fucking do it. We're on the Blue Sky. I'm at Grumpy2EB. Mr. Guy is at Drucifer Tweets. Collectively, we are at neveropenpod.bluesky.social. If you want to send us a written or voice email, you can do that too. neveropenpod@gmail.com. If you got any of that Josh Banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where you can buy merch that'll make you look never as fuck. And look at this. If you're on the YouTubes, look at me puff my chest out right here. See this? Look at this t-shirt. Look at that.
It's a nice t-shirt.
Get one. It's fucking amazing too, by the way. Look at that. Or you can get a hoodie or whatever. Winter's coming up for you guys. You know, all that kind of stuff.
You can buy socks with our logo on them.
That's right. Look at this. It's the best belt in wrestling. Get yourself that.
You can get a Tony Soprano with our logo on it too. I have one. I don't know why I'm not wearing it. What the fuck?
Oh my goodness. So yeah, we're talking about the last night of the G1 Climax.
Where was this at, Luke?
35. Oh, fuck, you put me on the spot now.
That's because I didn't hear it. It didn't say it at the beginning, and they may have yelled it 50 times, but I wasn't listening to them. So,
well, it seems freaking packed and stacked, and the fans certainly want a certain wrestler to win, and it's not the one you think it is, which took me a bit by surprise, but also didn't. And commentary was in damage control on commentary. We're in the Ariake Arena for this in Tokyo.
Go. Yeah, I had the sound cranked pretty high. But I really couldn't hear the crowd that well. Maybe I should watch this with headphones or something because I couldn't hear them that well. And the commentary is mentioning stuff about the crowd. I'm like, I don't know if I can hear them. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just going deaf. Could be.
I want to talk about some of that when we get to it because it's like I empathize and all that, and I can see why they chose the winner and all that, and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. Maybe you can convince me it's amazing as well at the end and all that kind of stuff. But I shot my butt early on the show. My favorite thing happened pretty early, and all I messaged to you because I knew you were asleep was oh my god, and I think you knew what I was oh my godding about. Yeah, pretty damn quick.
I thought at first it was just that Taka was out there. But that's not the first thing that happens, Luke. There is a pre-show match. Did you watch this?
I did. Are you talking about Tatsuya Masamoto, Shomikata, and Shomikata versus Zane J and Masatori Yasuda? We're starting with some young lion action. It's really nice to see Tatsuya Masamoto and Zane J wrestling. They only wrestled on the tour 2 nights, the previous night and this night. So
It's
it
like
was
a
good.
reward, like you made it through. Here's a couple matches. Because, like, that's the main difference between them and anybody else is that they just don't have experience. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
that's why this match happens the way it does. It's kind of cool.
And we get the experienced young lions doing preview tags and all that kind of stuff throughout the tournament because they know what they're doing and all that kind of stuff. And but now it's the end, and here we go. This is a fun little match. I really like seeing how the young, inexperienced two young lions with their fire and stuff just fucking going for it. And then Shomakato Masatori Yasuda with a bit more seasoning, just showing that same kind of fire, but that little bit more fucking experience going at it and stuff. It is really fun stuff. And I'm looking at all four of these young lions, and I'm like, which one do I like the most? Yeah, it's the one that's been tagging with freaking Taichi Masatori Yasuda.
It's the only reason too.
It's the Taichi rub. God damn it! It's real.
I don't like any of his moves. I don't like how he bumps, but I like Taichi, and therefore I like him.
There you go. See, Taichi rub.
That's how it
works. You want to get Takeshita over with me? Partner him up with Taichi.
or have him beat up Taichi. One of those two things can work.
Yeah, it's true. But Masatori Yasuda, he brabs the fuck out of Tatsuya Masamoto for the win. This was a fun little match. Nice way to kind of start the show. Yeah.
I like Matsumoto tried to brab Yasuda, but Yasuda has more experience. So he got out easily and then brabs Matsumoto, who the crowd had written off immediately. Now, this is when I could hear the crowd. He gets the one push up and the crowd's like, oh, and then he taps out immediately. And that's good drama. That was good young lion match. I like that. So next, Luke, we have the big story thing of the night that's kind of fun. It's Taichi and Mr. Goddamn Bread, Satoshi Kojima, versus Makabe and Murashima. And Taka is there. And commentary's freaking out, but they're doing it sarcastically. I like this. This is fun. I'm a fan of these guys. And Taka comes out, and this is Kojima-gun, and the idea of this match is so they keep hitting each other in these matches, and Taichi doesn't seem to want to be friends with Mr. Brett. He's got heat, So are we gonna be able to squash this heat? Taka's here. Can we do this? Let's see. So I
love it too. I love it.
Kojima-gun together again, right? Oh, and they're facing Makabe and Murashima, if I didn't mention that. So, which is good to see Murashima. Makabe doesn't do anything. He does nothing in this match, and it's so funny. So, Murashima calls out Taichi, and Walker reminds us of last year on the finals. Taichi got a singles match against Murashima and just destroyed him. And it was like, fuck you, kid. Why am I in this match? It was pretty funny. So Murashima wants to prove himself. He didn't forget, he holds his own for a little bit, but then Taichi starts kicking him and it's over then, right? So Bread tags in. He fucks up a young lion. Murashima gets a machine gun chop on Bread.
I know.
Big mistake. But he returns. See, he's copying everybody's shit, trying to find his own shit. I like that. It's it's way better than when Yo does it. When Yo does it, it's because he's being lazy. It's when Murashima does it, it's because he's just trying to be cool, So, but Mr. Brett ain't having that shit. He returns the favor and gets the big elbow. Probably hit him in the dick. Unfortunately, Makabe tags in and he wrestles. As I say that word loosely, he hits a double clothesline, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Because Murashima begs his way back in, and Makabe's like, wait a second, you want me to be lazy? Oh, I got this. Tags the fuck out of the match, right? And Murashima power slams Taichi. Bread calls Taichi to do the tag move on Makabe. That's the only other thing Makabe does is he doesn't get out of the way when he went for this move. So
I love that it's Makabe though.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
He's like, Taichi, come get him. And Taichi's like, should I? Taka's like, do it. He kicks him. It looks awesome. All right. And then Murashima kicks out an axe bomber, but there is one thing that kills all young lions, and that is a baguette of death. And Taichi just to put a fucking exclamation point on it, hits a dangerous suplex and a sexy pin on Murashima. So Taichi pins Murashima. So then after the match, we get some story stuff. What happens, Luke, between Murashima and Taichi? Or excuse me, Kojima and Taichi.
Well, Kojima wants the handshake, and Taichi's looking around. He's like, I don't want to. This guy's a fucking nerd. Like,
That is it.
I'm Suzuki Goon all the way, right? Like, I know, like I love my murder grandpa, but Taka's there this time, and that's the difference factor. And he's looking back at Taka, and Taka's like, "It's fine, man. Just shake his hand. It's fine. It's Mr. Fucking Brett. Come on. It's been like
It's like,
it's been over a decade, man. Just bury it." So they shake hands, and I'm marking out, and
That's
I think
awesome, right?
I love
Everybody's
it.
happy. Like you think like Hanma's peeking out from behind the curtain. I'm happy. You know, like everybody's happy. And then Finley strolls down the fucking ramp.
So
Right?
Finley strolls down, and my brain is just like, "Nah, he's too good for the tag team division." And I'm like, but he stops in the middle, and music hits, and I'm not familiar with the music. I'm like, who's it? What the fuck is this? What is this? Oh my god, it's Yuto Nakashima and Oscar Loeb, the Knockout Brothers, and I'm marking out. And I don't usually give you any kind of oh my god's kind of thing. I'm usually pretty quiet until I know you've watched the show, because I've made mistakes in the past. I think we've both done that
We
occasionally.
both
But
have made big mistakes, yes.
yeah,
In life and in wrestling.
and like we can't even tell each other if we like the main event or not, because depending on who's wrestling, we'll both figure out, because of our likes and dislikes, who won the fucking match and who lost. And all that kind of stuff. Thanks, Charity. She just got me coffee, everyone. But
Shout
you can
out
see
to
that on
Charity.
YouTube. That's right. And they come out, and I'm like, oh my god, Oscar and Yuto are fucking war dogs. That is cool as fuck. I love it. I am marking the hell out.
So
And then
they're
they do
characters,
the
right?
yeah.
We gotta talk about the characters and stuff. But
Oh,
yes, what do they do
we'll
next? I'm
do
sorry.
that in a sec.
Yeah.
Now, you said earlier, I was jokingly saying you want to get Takeshi over with me. There's something you got to do. Well, these two boys do that, and they beat the shit out of Taka, Kojima, and most especially the tag team champion, Taichi. In fact, Oscar gives him a tombstone while Yuto kicks him in the freaking head. And I'm absolutely, yes, all in. I love it. We've been we loved these two. I think we were more Oscar guys, but we really liked it when these two clicked as a tag team as Young Lions.
Yeah.
Both of them, it was great. They went off on excursion together, and periodically you would give me updates as to how their excursion is going, and all that kind of stuff. So we're invested in these two. We're happy. I'm happy they're War Dogs. You'll tell me how you feel in a tick. But yeah, and then they hold up the titles and stuff. So obviously that they want it. And Finley's going like, all right, we need more dogs, and I want bodies if I'm not getting gold or accolades. And we're resetting here, kind of. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we need to we need to remind people of our mission statement right here, and we're going to do it with two new War Dogs. And I'm fucking excited. How do these guys look? What do you think of the moment? Like all that kind of stuff.
I made 2 predictions on our last episode. One of them was not at all, which we'll talk about. The other one was I was expecting some kind of big story thing to happen. You know, they needed something. There's got to be something, right? And so, yeah, this is a mid card thing, but exciting for us that watch New Japan, watch all the shows, right? And it makes me think I'll probably be watching one match from all of the World Tag League shows this year. I'll be watching one of them because I'll be watching their match probably. That's it. You know what I mean? Which I will not be. You know, we don't usually cover World Tag League, so but that makes that a little interesting. So their characters are pretty cool. One, someone on Reddit pointed this out, which I don't, necessarily scour the annals of Reddit very often when it comes to New Japan stuff, but I happened to see this guy was like he had a picture of the android, and he had a picture of Oscar Lube, and it's like the same gear, exact same gear, with the black Tony Soprano no never open logo, but it's a black Tony Soprano, the black jeans. He's dressed like the android, and that's fucking cool. Now, Yudo is name, or Yuda is Yuda Ice is his name. Oscar is Oscar in all caps, which I love the all caps thing. It's always awesome, man. Every time I have to push caps lock or shift or something to type someone's name in all caps like Kushida, I do it happily because I love it. I don't know why, it's cool. I just love that. But anyway, so he's Oscar and all. Yuda Ice is a lot different. Now he had some like personality there towards the end of his run, right? He had the hair and he kind of had this like loose kind of thing about him. Now he's all the way loose. He's off the chain. He is wearing a shirt a lot like this, only it's all white, right? And he's wearing white shorts, which I have matching shorts for this shirt too. And he is wearing ice. He's wearing like a fucking gold or platinum or whatever the kids love to wear, and he's flashing it. And he's also dancing around Oscar in a way that makes you go, man, I want to fucking punch him in the fucking face. I hate that guy. And it's like, man, that's good wrestling. Like, that was really good. He's bleached his hair white. He's acting like a prick. He looks like, he might, try to sell you Molly or something like that. So I don't know. It's awesome. I can't wait to see where it goes. The fact that he's in a feud with Taichi, and Ishii, those are guys you want to feud with a new guy that's being introduced, because both of those guys are going to sell unselfishly to the point where it's going to be, these guys are going to look like fucking monsters, and they're going to kill Taichi and Ishii all the time. It's going to be fun. And Taka's going to die a lot, yeah.
So we don't know their full dynamic yet because we haven't seen them wrestle or anything like that. We've just seen this segment. But just from this, it strikes me that Yudo is going to be the cheeky little shit, even though he's pretty solidly well built too.
Yeah, he's little compared to Oscar. Yeah,
but Oscar's going to be the fucking like backup. Like,
yeah, he's the heavy. He's like decent.
Yeah. So I'm so in. Oh fuck! I was so excited. I was so happy with this.
One more thing that was cool about this is that, like, I don't know, go back a month or so, maybe a month and a half. You can hear us being like, man, where are these guys? Like, where they need to show up. We had we want them. The next day after Wrestle Kingdom, they're going to show up, right? They didn't there, but they lulled us to sleep. And as soon as we weren't expecting it, here they are, so that was good timing. It was good timing.
Oh my god, yeah! Make us lose hope and all that kind of stuff before, and then boom,
I want to go all the way up the hill and all the way down, So
yeah, oh man, it was great stuff, and but the show, it must go on, and I will tell us all about Master Wato, Toriano, yay, those two, and versus Ryusuke Taguchi, El Desperado. Yoshihashi. Now, I get a little annoyed with Yano at the start here, and I'm like, you telling me you can't outwit Yoshihashi? He's fucking dumb. He's dumb. We get a mention on commentary that apparently Wato is going to face Ninja Mac on a special show that's going to happen in China. I'm like, okay, cool. Wow. I don't know if it's a New Japan
Ninja Mac who commented on our. You mean Ninja Mac, who reached out via our YouTube channel and gave us a lengthy response to one of our reviews? You mean that Ninja Mac?
Yeah, it was so lengthy. I read it in 2 seconds. It was like, yeah.
We said nice things about him, and
you're very welcome.
So he was good.
Oh, when Ninja Mac marks when he's in New Japan. If he's not in New Japan, well, we only watch New Japan, so sorry, Ninja Mac.
Sorry, bro.
Please don't be mad. Yeah. Anyway, I love seeing Toriano hold the nerds up. Those nerds being Yoshihashi and Taguchi, while Wato can hit a fucking plancher on them. And I get nervous about something because, all right, here's something I'm very consistent on. It's another one of the horses I got out the back. Even with the roster as it is, I think you got enough guys to have separate feuds with all the belts. I do.
Put them all in one feud. Every belt we can. Can we invent a new belt and put it in this feud?
So I didn't like it when we get those periods of where we're mixing the junior tag titles with the junior title, right? I don't like it. The junior champ should be off doing other shit. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I feel about it. And Desperado's way too good for stank belts. Like, he doesn't need it. In fact, he's having a fucking pretty decent reign as the junior champion right now. But he's in a fucking giant group with nerds, and I guess they want to do something with this, have a bit of hentai on hentai action, which is also kind of strange
Gross.
to me.
I
Yeah,
would not pay for that.
no. Well, we both pay our subscriptions, but we're paying for the other bits. This is just.
I'm paying for Tai Chi, although
Yes.
he's kind of part of the Hantai. Well, not anymore. He's not. Now he's in Hantai versus War Dogs. So or Kojima Goon 2.0 versus these guys. So we'll see.
Yeah. So Taichi's got cooler shit to do than do mega nerd stuff like this.
Yeah.
So I get nervous when I see Desperado and Yo wrestling, and I get nervous because I don't want this. And I get it. Anyway, after Wato wipes out Yoshihashi and Taguchi with the plancha, we get some pretty decent wrestling between Yo and El Desperado, apart from when he's lazy copying other people's shit. Yo's in-ring's really good. So, it is. And they wrestle well together. There. All right. I've said it. Fine. But then he direct drives El Desperado and pins the champion, and I'm like, fucking boo!
Yeah, this was a housekeeping match for the all these titles. Well, there's stank belt bullshit. There's the junior titles bullshit going on in here too. There's also the junior tag titles, and then there's the main title. It's I guess the tag titles are going to end up having TMDK involved at least, but yeah, I didn't really like this match very much, even though it wasn't bad. It's just like a bunch of housekeeping, and it's like, I already thought that Yo was gonna, be going for that title, right? That was kind of like already a thing, so we didn't need this part, but here we had it. So
I was hoping, since Yo's busy with the stank belts, that they'd keep him away from the main belt for a while.
Oh, got to put them all together, Luke. Let's get some other belts in there. Let's get the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Let's get Zack Sabre Jr. involved. We'll see. So next, Luke, we have we have a very similar match, but I liked it a lot more. It's Sonata, Kanemaru, and Fale, the man who's going after the Never title, it looks like, versus Tiger Mask, ELP, and the Never champion, Bars.
Yeah.
So Sonata tries a Paradise Lock, but he immediately gets like ELP gets out of it easily, and then he holds Sonata. He buries Sonata, makes him like lay on his back like a goof while he's asked Milano how to do the hold, and Milano's like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, I'll wait." Sonata's like, "Okay, I'll wait," down there, just like laying on his back, and then ELP puts it on and does the kick and everything, and it's like, oh.
I like how Milano's even got his feet up on the announce table going, "It's like this. It's like this."
Milano's great. So we have Canadian Low Blow from Sonata, of course, on ELP, and ELP gets sent into the crowd. Bolton and Fale have a big face-off, and it's pretty awesome. And the boys all try to help Tiger get a pin on Fale, but that doesn't work. He just gets killed by Fale with the elbow drop. Fale tries to hit Bolton with an elbow after the match, but the Never Champ dodges, hits the ropes like 30 times, and then big splash on Fale. And that's cool. He got him back. I like the tit for tat. I think this is a good feud for both guys.
All right. I want the other feud as well. I wouldn't mind a TV title feud between Sonata and El Phantasmo. I think that'd be a good time.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, Tiger gets pinned by Don Fale. Of course, people's body sausage. I'm into this match because I like, and especially since I like seeing Tiger Mask get pinned because he's a bit of a jerk. And I'm ready for him to. He's Junior Makabe,
Yeah, kind of. He's kind of he never wins.
Not in terms of laziness.
Yeah.
He's not a lazy wrestler. He'll do all these moves and stuff, and he'll take bumps and stuff, and he won't stand on the apron for most of the match and let everybody else wrestle, and then pick up whatever scraps there is and stuff like that. But Just see him wrestle Young Lions, guys. Like, it's not us. Just watch him. He's a fucking dick. And he's supposed to be a face.
But he's less selfish in the ring. Like, he will bump for guys, but he's gonna make you pay for a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, in the world of pro wrestling, violence is currency, traded back and forth. Luke, in the squared circle, is something I will never understand.
By the way, the crowd booed at the hunky hot boys beating up Tiger Mask. I cheered. So
it was fun.
Spoiler alert for anyone who's never listened to this show before. I love House of Torture. So there you go. There's I've ripped that band-aid off, dear new listener, if we have any.
New listener would have made it this far. Like, I hope so, but I don't think so. Man.
Yeah, me too. They might have skipped to the main event to see what we thought about it. But
absolutely.
Anyway, yeah. All right, so maybe other people did too. Who cares?
Maybe we should. The whole show,
goddammit. No, that's probably, you know, it's a match. The main event's a match I'm simultaneously looking forward to talking to with you, but also like, yeah, Andy's covering that. Yeah, and then we'll have a good chat afterward. Yeah, that's just how I feel. Sorry. Spoiler alert. Next, we have Yuya Uemura, Shota Umino, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Yay, Tanahashi. Yay, Yuya. Versus Callum Newman, the Great O'Khan, and Bag. Yeah. Brian Austin Green. We got Chumpy out here for this.
Hey, what's he doing here?
This is fun stuff. You know why? I like seeing all three of the guys, even Shota, beating the shit out of Bag. I love it. That's my stuff. Getting over with me now, Shota Umino, and like, hell yeah. I don't know. I like it. It's good. Now we get reminders that Callum did beat Tanahashi in the G1. So, you know, they mix it up a bit, which is really cool. We get awesome stuff between the Great O'Khan and Tanahashi as well, and also Yuya. I still don't think Shota and Great O'Khan are a good mix. Like, not everyone is a great wrestler against everyone, and I think for these two, it's each other. That's just, I wasn't really wowed by their G1 match.
Their last match was pretty good, man. You got emotional baggage attached.
All right, maybe my dead horse with Shota's name attached is
can't move on if you don't let it go.
Yeah, yeah. This is really fun stuff, and this is going to lead to. We'll talk about some of the stuff that's going to happen after the G1, after we've talked about it. But we're going to get some Great O'Khan Tanahashi action, and yeah, I'm in. But we get a deadbolt on Bag for the win. There was a really cool moment where I think it is Bag. I think that takes a triple drop kick from all three guys, Yuya, Shota, and Tanahashi, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, good stuff.
He did a sling blade again in this match. He also did air guitar, and the crowd booed him heavily, and that was awesome. And the closing match, like, moments of this, fantastic. He also did a blade buster, which was upsetting. Speaking of not being able to let go, there's only one J from New Japan, and A-Y, piece of crap. So
that's right.
Next, Luke, we have Shuji. Okay, and Ducky Nagai. I don't know if we've seen this group team yet together. Have we? I don't think. Maybe once, maybe twice. This is awesome.
You know how LIJ are now unaffiliated? LIJ all come out to their own music. What I love about this, all right, they're unaffiliated. That's their name, I guess, now. But Daiki Nagai comes out in the Young Lion music.
Yeah. And he's like,
and then they play like all the other guys.
And then he stands there and he waits for the next silhouette while Suji's music's going. Normally that would be Naito's music, right? So it's Suji's. I know he's the one in the G1, and if Shingo or he's the top guy in the group at this point. But anyway, Shingo, Suji, and Hiromu and Daiki Nagai versus Finlay, Drilla Maloney, Ishimori, and Gato. And Finley's a walk, because he just brought in his guys. He doesn't need it for this, though. So it's also good to see Hiromu back. And Marty is also here. So, War Dogs start barking, and Hiromu just stands next to him and barks with him. He's the best, man. And Daiki Nagai wants a piece of Finley. He's like, fuck you and your War Dogs. I'm Daiki Nagai, bitch. And
They
Finley
fucking laugh at him too, the bastards.
he laughs like he's like, I like this kid. It's pretty cool. So, and Gato pushes everybody back and is like, I got Daiki Nagai. And the opening part of the match is fucking great because it's Daiki Nagai versus Gato. And like anytime Daiki Nagai gets anything going, Gato just rakes his eyes. And the fucking kid's like, ah! And Gato laughs. It's great. So Ishimori and Hiromu tag in, and the crowd's like, oh, fuck yeah. That's great, because they wrestle a little. And of course, the ticking time bomb uses Daiki Nagai as a weapon against, Right? We get the War Dogs. They do isolate Hiromu and beat his ass for a little. Tsuji misses the Marlow crash and gets speared by Finley, which is usually kind of his move, right? Not just the spear. I mean, waiting in the corner after somebody missed something. He's like, boom, he did that to him. That was great. Then Daiki Nagai and Drilla tag in, and Shingo coaxes Nagai to put the second most comfortable hold in New Japan on Drilla, and he does it. And they both enjoy music that is called Scott. And there's a bunch of power moves on Daiki Nagai, and Drilla pins him after a big old Drilla killer that the crowd goes, whoa, when he does. Shingo and Drilla fight after the match. That was fun. Oh, wait, there's more. Shingo gets the mic. He wants to know where Gabe Kidd is, and if he's going to come to the show. If he doesn't go to the show, he should be stripped. By the way, I really love the bitchy Shingo. It's the best. Dude. That's like the bitchy Shingo's awesome. That's what we got here.
So not only that, on the way out, because after Shingo on the mic, says all that stuff, they play Shingo's music. On the way out, David Finley says, "We won. Play our fucking music. Hey, sound guy, we fucking won. Play our goddamn music, motherfucker. Like, play it." They don't, but
that's funny.
It is a funny moment, and I kind of agree with him, but never mind. All right, we have our semi-main event here. It is Hartley Jackson, Ryohei Iwa, Kosei Fujita, and Zack Sabre Jr. versus Doki, Sho, Ren Narita, and Yujiro is also.
That's fine.
I don't hate him as much as I used to. His horse is gone, and I like him in House of Torture.
Around in a field,
this niche for him is good. He's, I don't mind it. So I'm not as big a Yujiro Takahashi hater as I used to be. So
well, he's also been gone for 3 months or something too.
Dude. So. He also did me a favor and took a fucking holiday for once. Yeah. Like, remember when he never used to, and I used to complain about it?
Jesus Christ, yeah. Well,
I didn't even say in this whole tour, "Where's Yujiro? He's usually around," because usually you would be like, "Luke, shut the fuck up."
Yeah,
so I did. I preempted myself.
Yeah, I finally figured it out. Good job.
That's right. Oh my goodness. So, Sho, he can't help himself. He has to talk shit, and he does, and some of it's directed at Fujita, saying all that kind of stuff. Apparently, Doki's also gone out and said that Fujita only won the Best of Super Juniors because Doki wasn't there. So
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah,
it's not the only reason he won. He also won because he's awesome and he won a bunch of matches.
Yeah, and he fucking busted his ass. But yeah,
but I mean, Doki would have fucking thrown a tire at his ass too.
Oh my goodness. There's house cleaning house again there, and this is fucking great stuff. You got all the guys fucking going up against each other, and I see the lineup, and I'm like, there's only two possible guys that can lose. I'm hoping it's Yujiro, but if it's a House of Torture weekend, it's got to be House of Torture, and I'm right. All right, how are they going to get back at Big Jag Hartley Jackson here? And I kind of like it. Like, they treat, even though we know where his spot is in New Japan, it's there to kind of enhance other talent and stuff like that, and he's fucking great at it. They treat him like the big dude that he is.
Yeah.
And they don't just do their normal stuff on, so it takes like all four of them to do some kind of cheating shit on Big Jag to get him in the position where Ren can hit Hell's Guillotine and get the 1-2-3 on Big Jag Hartley Jackson, and I fucking really enjoyed that. And here's what's the opposite of a dead horse? Here's the horse I like to ride on. All right, I won't say that ever again.
I think you should say it all the time now. I'm a big fan.
Thank you. I love Hartley Jackson, and I hope he sticks around and they do stuff with him. So like they move him out of the bag position, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And give him a feud or something like that. I
Well,
don't need him to be the world champion or something, but
TMDK, they have to adopt a new young lion. That's what has to happen, right?
That's right. So I just look, he's a credible big man and all that kind of stuff, and they don't like chomp him out to Chumpy's here for this match too, by the way, but they don't chomp him out for finishes and things like that. I think he always looks kind of strong to me, so maybe it's just because he looks like a badass and he's also an Aussie, and I like seeing an Aussie around. So yeah,
the crowds in Japan will never not love a giant white dude. That is it's just part of Japanese wrestling, and it's an integral part. And for me, some of the most fun times I've ever had watching Japanese wrestling is watching the crowds react to a big giant white dude. It's just good times for all. It's awesome. And so I'm glad that he gets that. The crowd gets it. New Japan get it, and so do all the wrestlers that wrestle him. So it's like it just works great, no matter if he's winning or losing, it's perfect casting. So I think he would do better or not better. He would do good in a larger role or a smaller role or whatever,
Yeah, I'm also glad that there's a Aussie contingent kind of being a semi-permanent fixture in New Japan.
They are.
Sure, I want Robbie Eagles to just do New Japan, but he trains wrestlers. He tours Australia a lot and other countries and stuff too. Guy's working his ass off. He's earning his money. That's fine. Obviously, not under New Japan contract full time or anything like that. But I'm missing him always because I love Robbie. But I'm also ready for Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes to come back. I kind of miss them too. So
time I haven't heard hide nor hair of them, So and they're like OG TMDK guys too, and it's like, remember when Jonah was around? That was so cool.
Yeah.
In Japan, and it's only like it's not like, I mean, wrestled there after years ago, but this past like 4 years is when it's been the legendary stuff, so I like them a lot. They're really
good. So post match, this makes me laugh. Zack Sabre Jr.'s neck gets wrenched by the wrench. So they're doing stuff with the spanner on his neck, I'm just fucking laughing at House of Torture. They make me laugh. I love them. And they kind of get him in a position where he's Zack Sabre Jr.'s legs kind of pulled out, so he's only balancing on one leg and on the ropes. And Doki gets up on the fucking corner with his pipe, and they plan to fucking break the champion's leg. Vegeta makes the fucking save though, and all that kind of stuff. So
he comes flying out of nowhere too, because the camera, you can't see where he's at, and all of a sudden, boom, he comes flying out of nowhere and kicks Doki. It was great.
I'm pretty sure Ren beat Zack Sabre Jr. as well, so maybe that's feeding into it. And I don't expect Ren to be the champion, but he's got to have some kind of title match post.
Yes.
Post this, and I guess before the winner of the G1. So, all right, I love House of Torture, you know this, but he's not the guy from House of Torture I want with the world title on him. Other titles, yes, except never title.
Well, one day he should win it, not today, But
absolutely.
We also had after all that stuff, Taichi. I said Taichi because what I'm about to say, Zack Sabre Jr. charges to the back with a chair, just throws it. That is what Taichi does every single time he's mad, and that made me really happy. So I like that. And then Luke, we heard some goofy music. And every year,
You know
there's
it's
only
Chono
one
straight away.
way. Yeah, there's only one way that the G1 finals can be official, and that's if Chono gets a fucking payday. So here he is. You know what I mean? He comes out to the ring, and he said a lot more this year than he usually does. Usually they give him the mic, they make a big stink about it, and he goes, "Let's go." That's it. You know? So this year he was like, "Hey, are you ready? I'm Masahiro Chono. Let's go." That's great. So, oh man, that was fun. He's like the grand marshal, and also he is the wrestler that retired the Great Muta. You remember? Remember that? What was that
Oh
all
yeah,
about, dude? Oh my god.
it was nice
It's
though. It
Luke.
was a great moment. I loved it.
It's not. It was terrible. It was awesome though.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, like sometimes when you got older guys in the ring, you don't care if they're gonna, you know, wrestle a bit stank and all that kind of stuff. You don't care because what you want is the moment, and you get caught up in it and stuff. So yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm stalling. All right, go on.
So main event, Luke, we get that video package and it tells us how we got to where we are. It's the G1 Climax 35 tournament finals. It's Takeshita versus Evil. And Evil got here the easy way. He had a bye, right? He'd have to deal with guys that had 50 other guys beating his ass the whole time, right? So, you know, we got an underdog story here. The winner gets a title shot at the Dome. Takeshita's out first. He's got Rocky with him. And Evil, hot, hunky boys are out with him. Evil gets some fuck your leg right off. Goes Dark the Scorpion early, and that's kind of going to be the story. Takeshita rushes to the ropes right away, right? We got leg problems. So the crowd starts chanting for Takeshita in response to a rope break. So the crowd's into this, and at first they want Takeshita to win. At first. I don't know if there's just tons of overlap. It could, you know, you'll tell us about the crowd later. So House of Torture do House of Torture things. And Togo hands Evil the trophy while Takeshita's selling a beatdown. It's like he won. He holds the trophy up, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, you disrespectful fuck!" It's great. So there's a beatdown that happens right behind Red Shoe's back, and all the hot guys are like, "We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything." And Red Shoe's is suspicious. He thinks they might be up to something. Oh, it's really funny. So Takeshita has gotten barely any offense in. Evil puts the SDF on and does the Chono pose. And they pan over to Chono, who's supposed to be like, boo, but he loves it. It's awesome. He's like, I'm so relevant and I'm getting paid. What's up? So Takeshita gets a knee, but the hot guys are immediately in the ring to fuck with him. Takeshita takes out Sho and Doki, and he suplexes Fale for a huge babyface reaction stuff. He dies on House of Torture. That's fun. That's the album art for this episode. And Rocky takes Kanemaru and Sho to the back. Red Shoes ejects the rest of the hot guys. So Rocky comes back. He rallies all the young lions and removes some of the trespassing individuals. But Ren is still there. So Takeshita said he had a plan of sorts, right? He said, you know, watch me. I'll make this interesting. So Zack Sabre Jr. runs out and takes Ren to the back. So, you know, that's interesting. And I was not expecting that. So that was kind of cool. Takeshita gets some moves in on Evil, and now they're alone. And he goes, one-on-one. Here we go. It's not going to be that. So there's a bastard driver into the wheelbarrow suplex, and take each other out with a double lariat. There's a running lariat fight. It's all really ducks a knee. And Takeshita goes like tumbling over the ropes to the floor, and that's awesome. Evil hits a superplex. He gets the Darkness Scorpion, but Takeshita gets right to the ropes. I thought that would be a long, you know, it was like the time for it, you know, but they didn't do it. So they wanted to do a fight that, so they did that. Then everything is Alpha for 2, Blue Thunder for 2, Top Rope Senton for 2. Like Evil is building his case for if he loses, he's not a bitch, right? That's what's going on right here. So a reverse Evil out of nowhere, but Takeshita kicks out of that. He ain't no bitch either. And then all of a sudden, Walker's talking about how the crowd is split. I can't hear him very well. But tell us about the crowd, Lou.
So they don't usually mention it so much crowd reactions and things like that. Like not to this degree. So it kind of took me aback that they spent a good portion of commentary talking about the reactions that this match was getting, and I was watching this on my tablet, so I kind of did have my headphones on. There is Takeshi chance, there is, but there's also quite a few evil chants, and it doesn't seem to be like just a couple drunk dickheads going evil, evil. No, there's quite a few fucking people, enough that, and commentary spinning it in, and I understand it's their job, whatever they want to do that, but they're spinning it in a way that's like, oh, if you like evil, you don't have a heart and all this kind of stuff. He is everything you should hate about wrestling and stuff like that. I'm like, fuck you, shut up. And they're like, and then like people aren't fully behind Takeshi there because he's not a full-time New Japan guy. And I'm like, yeah, yep, yeah,
They
no
shouldn't say
shit.
that. Yeah, they shouldn't say that. Especially when that's not the story.
But yeah, but then they're also going like, but you know, he is signed with New Japan, AEW, and the DDT. He wants to unify wrestling, and for me, I'm just like, this guy is just it. Pick a fucking company, all right? Just pick a company. God damn it! You don't need to work for three.
Why does he
I don't
have
know.
to?
Look, look, yeah, that's true, but see, he got to the final. He even got to beat the champion. That should be enough. All right, for a part timer.
We're not there yet.
That's how I feel about it. I know, but I like it's rare for me to turn on both people on commentary. To me, being like, you both shut the. Like, I'm with the fucking fans here. They want the New Japan guy to win.
Well, you don't. They're burying the talent. When you talk shit about evil like that, you're burying him, right? That's dumb.
Yeah. Now, all right, yes, I know he's this big heel and stuff, but also, what's the top merch seller on fucking?
That's fine. That doesn't matter. That's
not kayfabe.
So in kayfabe, he made it to the G1 finals. You got to respect that, no matter what, right?
Oh, I do.
These bullshit. But if you like, no, I'm talking about these announcers. I'm saying your case for why you didn't like what they were saying.
Yeah, like for me, in my brain, I'm just like, man, Evil's been here for years. He works his ass off. He's even reinvented himself. He's creative. He's interesting. He's fun. And this guy's not even here for most of the tours. In this spot. So that's how I kind of feel.
I got you. We were in a crowd, but we got onto you hate Takeshi. So somehow.
No, I don't hate him, but they're in Damage Control, and
we haven't gotten there yet. So
no, as soon as they start talking about that, I feel like what the commentary is actually doing is trying to cushion the blow, because they know the fucking finish. Unfortunately, stop telling them the finishes. They know that. They know that this choice of winner is going to be it's going to be controversial to some New Japan faithful fans. And that's what I think it is. It's they're not just mentioning it because like people are conflicting and stuff. I think it's also them just going to be like, look, it's okay. Like, it's fine. It's like they're trying to cushion that. Like they're trying to in a way that's not spoilery as much as possible, be like, hey, it's going to happen, and just it's fine, just go with it or whatever, that's that kind of thing. Like they're kind of trying to put people's minds at ease and stuff about it and stuff. And yeah, it was when they were talking about all that stuff, I was like, fuck, Evil's losing. Yeah. So yeah. That moment, those moments on commentary just made me kind of feel like, fuck, god damn it, no.
It is well established that, I think in general we feel the commentary should tell us what's happening, not what's going to happen. You can tell us what happened if you want, but don't tell us what's happening in the future. Just tell us what's happening now.
Yeah.
And so this kind of feeds into that opinion that is always in the air when you listen to the commentary and they start speculating or they start telling their own story or they start trying to damage control when maybe nobody asked them to. I don't know. But there's a Darkness Scorpion that's locked in. Takeshita fights for rope break and he gets it. Everything is evil, but Takeshita crumbles. So he can't even stand up because we got to have that spot. So Evil hits an insane forearm. See, that's the thing, man. When Evil loads up for those forearms, they are just as good as Takeshita's. And it's awesome, man. And then Takeshita hits a move which I called the crotch suplex. Because I don't know what you call it, but he picked up Evil by like the inner thigh. Like,
yeah,
very sexy suplex, like the inner thigh. It must be thrilling for both involved. But that was. I
want to see some lady wrestlers do that to each other. God damn it!
I don't know. That was wild. So there's a huge knee for 2, and then Takeshita pulls his knee pad down, which doesn't do anything but allow Evil to target it. I don't know why he did that. Because he falls and then he can't hit the knee. And then Red Shoes has a conversation with Takeshita, which allows Evil to hit a low blow. Then a lariat for 2 from Evil. Last ride powerbomb. Evil catches, what's this say? I don't know. He catches a knee. And then they both hit inside strikes. And then out of nowhere, Takeshita hits his finisher. He wins the G1. I don't like the result, but I really enjoyed the match. I thought the match was great. I was convinced last week, 3 days ago, if you listen to the last episode that we have, I go on a diatribe about Evil's certainly going to win because you wouldn't have someone beat the IWGP champion and then win the G1. So when he won, I thought, I must be misremembering. He didn't beat Zack Sabre Jr.
No,
but he did. He did beat Zack Sabre Jr. So they did do that, which is bad. I don't like that, but I think that maybe someone else was supposed to be in his spot. Is that a possibility? I don't know. You know what I mean? There's some moving parts that could have made this happen, but here's why I like it. Here's a positive out of this. Okay. Is that New Japan has to make some stars. They have to, and I'm talking tippy top stars. They have to do it. If they don't do it, they're going to be in the middle, in trouble financially and who knows, so it's like, yes, you have Yoda Sujis. Yes, you have guys that are inside the company that are your homegrown guys, but you also have to have other guys that aren't homegrown guys. Kenny Omega is not a homegrown talent. Kota Ibushi is not a homegrown talent. Sonata, not a homegrown talent. You know what I mean? There's like Shingo, not a homegrown talent. Yes, but they're not New Japan guys. They're guys that they went out and got. And so I think that, yes, he doesn't want to commit right now just to New Japan because he's 30 years old. Let him chill. Let him do his thing. I feel like that things like this are going to pay off in the end when Takeshita makes decisions in the future about where he wants to work. And I know that's a weak thing to base the whole G1 on when you have other talent to push, but that is a positive I found. So that is my job, to be the sayer to the nay. So that's what I did.
The angel's advocate, as it were, rather than the God's advocate, rather than devil's advocate. Look, I get it. I understand. I understand your thought processes, and I don't 100% disagree with it. But then I'm also, my brain is just like, all right. So to get to this spot, he crushed Shingo. He crushed David Finlay. He crushed Zack Sabre Jr. and he crushed Evil. And I'm like, fuck you.
He crushed them. He beat them.
But square. All of them, as each match goes on, he's taking more and more punishment, and he just overpowers and beats all of them. And I'm like, man, it's every
Super Cena.
I like Takeshita. So, but every now and again, New Japan will book some dude in such a way that just like I'm not 100% turned off. Relax. Like I want to see his matches and things. I was like, but And I love Hiromu, but I went through a period with Hiromu where I was just like, ah, man, fuck this guy, right?
Yeah.
And it's not his talent in the ring or his personality. It was just how overpowered he was being booked. Kota Ibushi, same thing. In fact, I still don't like. I still don't think I fully forgive Kota Ibushi. It's not his fault, but it's that kind of thing. And when you couple that with that idea that he's a part-time, one of the things I used to hate when I was more of a regular WWE viewer was, and I think they still have this over-reliance on this. I don't know for sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But you will have guys who work there year-round who deserve fucking great spots within the company. What would happen? Some part-time motherfucker will come in, win the title, and then but they're not going to be at Raw every week and all that kind of stuff, and all and I fucking hated that. I did. So it's that the part-time thing. Like, I understand he's young, he can go anywhere he wants, and he's a fucking great wrestler. So yeah, punch your ticket wherever you can, man. And if 3 companies want to sign you at the same time, you're in a really good position that few others your age are at. I understand. I get it. You're gonna, why milk one cow when you can milk 3 at once? Like, you know what I mean? I get it. Make your fucking money, son. Like, I'm happy for you. I really am.
I'm sure DDT's paying him a lot. So I'm sure
hey,
they're paying
look,
a lot.
look, they're probably paying the least amount out of the 3 companies. Oh, look, I don't, but the fact that fact remains. But you got some really great homegrown talent that is over. Yota Tsuji is a fucking star. He has that it factor. I think Yuya Uemura, look at this G1 this year. Some of my favorite matches this tournament. Win, loss, or draw. Oh, there were no draws, but win or loss.
There were no draws. That's lame.
This man made wrestling art, not just with Iwa, but with everyone he wrestled against. All right. So there's already guys you can push, and guys you could rather push. Was I mad that Cassius made the finals? Hell no. But you remember me last episode being like, I think this guy wins too much. And you're like, no, I'm not there yet. But if he wins the G1, I'll be there. And it happened, and you're not there, God damn it.
Well, I'm not going to get mad about it. It's wrestling.
No. I know. Care. Like, I think I'm like, I haven't gone on a yo rant. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that bad.
We never like what's going on in the main event of New Japan. We never like it unless it's the junior shit, and even then, sometimes we don't like it. We are mid-card fans, and the mid-card is strong. And so it's like I never get fired up about any of this shit because I don't care. It's like, every year we go through this thing where you hate the winner of the G1 and you hate the winner of the New Japan Cup and you hate the winner of the Best of Super Juniors. It's been, recently it's been
there are exceptions, but
but it's like, right. and that doesn't mean your piss isn't valid. I'm not saying that. It's just I don't get like that emotionally involved. I do in the moment. In the moment, I'm like all fired up, like, oh man, I mean, it says boo right here. I was upset briefly, but then I moved on.
Look, all right, maybe I don't get upset for his losses as I would Jay White, because unlike Jay White, who may have been a heel, but he was more of a he didn't do the style of cheating and stuff that Evil does. And maybe he's not my boy to that level where I would just get fucking bent out of shape every time Jay White lost, because that's just how I was with him. But I fucking love Evil. I loved him when he was in LIJ. He was my favorite member of it. All right, apart from Shingo. Shingo's my favorite wrestler in the world. But, like, Evil is one of my fucking favorites. And I wanted him to win so bad, and to lose to a guy who's not going to be always around in the company, even though he's going to be a good ambassador for all 3 companies. I get it. Man, I just wanted Evil to win so fucking bad. And I
He did,
know I
he
get to that
didn't
point
win.
sometimes with Evil where I will even say on this podcast, all right, I'm ready for this motherfucker to get his comeuppance.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how fucking cool the Summer of Evil would have been? Who's going to put a stop to evil?
Right.
Oh my God.
You're right.
Darkness will rise. Who's going to stop this? And man, that to me, that is so much more interesting to me than Takeshita winning. And
Okay.
that's
I'm
where I'm
with
at.
you there.
And I am totally biased because I have been an unashamed, unabashed evil mark for the not longer than we've been doing this podcast. So
Yeah,
so there
that's
is
true.
some of my bias and stuff coloring it. Like, and that's what a podcast is. It's like we're not going to give you the fucking unbiased analysis and fucking shit like that. If you
Yeah,
listen to
it's
our
true.
show, you
Very
know what you're
biased.
gonna get. You're gonna get our opinions and stuff. We think Tai Chi should break fucking Okada's record and take a shit on it. It'll
Mm-hmm.
never happen. But
Yeah.
we'd love that. We would.
It's not legal to show that on Japanese television,
Yeah.
so
But you know what I
unfortunately,
mean?
you
Like
know,
that's our
maybe on
fans.
YouTube on the pay-per-view, like the
And
members
sometimes we get
YouTube.
what yeah. So I love New Japan. It doesn't stop me from loving New Japan. I'm going to enjoy what I see next, all that kind of stuff. I just
Every year, I think part of it too is the G1's over. For me, the G1 finals
Mhm.
are always not that great. And the reason is because there'll always be something cool that happens. There'll be stuff I like, but it means the G1's over.
Yeah.
And so there's a little bit of slight depression that comes with that. It's over. I mean, is my life worth anything now? Like, what am I
All
here
right.
for when the G1's not going on? I
What are you
wonder
gonna
that
do for
often.
2 weeks?
Well, 2 weeks, the rest of my life, Luke, until the G1 comes back around. I mean, what else am I good for? So these are the questions I ask myself when it's over. It's much like when the NFL season ends and they have the grand final. And after that, it's like, well, football's over. Fuck! It's like when the
Yeah.
Traders finals happens and you're like, I want to watch this. I
Yeah.
can't wait to watch the Traders. And then it's over. And you're like, why? I want to watch more Traders. I can't.
But yeah,
Very upsetting.
yeah, absolutely. Look,
I miss the
uh
Traders.
yeah. So I need to ask you one more thing.
Please.
As soon as Red Shoes counted 3, I turned the tablet off. So, did anything interesting happen?
Oh, let's see here. So it just says boo. He hits his finisher and wins. He gives a short speech. I didn't listen to it personally, but he said some words, and then the confetti came down, and everyone was like, "Oh, That was the overall kind of feel from commentary was like, "Huh, all right." Maybe
I remember
G1.
there was a time where I would make comments about people's reactions to Evil, and you're like, where? How?
I know.
What are
I'm
they
a
saying?
fool. I was wrong. I
And
wasn't
it's
reading the internet. I wasn't reading the things.
and
Man. I'm sorry.
I guess a win like this against Evil, who is a New Japan guy, brought that kind of out. I didn't expect that in this case, to be perfectly honest. The Evil cheers kind of surprised me. And then I kind of empathized, and yeah, I was agreeing, but he is still a piece of shit heel. So if he's getting cheers, he's not doing something wrong, but it's still weird. You know what I mean?
Well, I think they felt the way you did.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's nice. I wouldn't say it's nice, but it's not it's a decent thing for once for me to have this feeling about Evil and other people actually agreeing with me about it, because
Yeah, but Luke, those same motherfuckers were the other day going, "I can't believe Evil's in the finals. Fuck Evil," and now they're
yeah,
like, "I can't believe Evil lost. Fuck Takeshita.
yeah,
It's ridiculous." So
fickle,
yeah,
yeah. But whereas I feel like I've maintained this, I'm pretty
you're
consistent about what I
consistent.
like and
You
don't
are. You
like.
hate the finals of the G1 every single year except for one time. So yeah, you are
Zack
always
Sabre Jr.,
consistent.
baby. But yeah, so yeah, yeah, it is what it is. It's fine. I'm gonna watch and love New Japan. You know, nothing New Japan has ever done in since 2017 to now
Uh-oh.
has ever
Wow.
made me go, I'm not watching this ever again. You know, like
Well, I hate to tell
I
you
hate.
this, but Yo is getting a title shot for the junior
Yeah, not
championships.
even that's gonna make me turn off. I hope Despy kicks his ass, to be honest. So that has been announced. For Battle Line Hokkaido.
Yes, Road
In fact,
to Destruction is what.
Destruction.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we got some matches set up for Destruction and all that kind of stuff.
Tanahashi's Road to the End of the World is like going on, right? And so
Yeah, so
he's going to wrestle everybody.
yep. The other title match for Battle Line Hokkaido is Vegeta and Robbie Eagles versus Doki
Hey,
and Sho for the junior tag titles. Let's
they're
hook
going
that
to
up to my
right the
veins, yes,
wrong,
please.
right the
Yep.
wrongs, man. Doki and Robbie have got heat.
Yeah. You know me. I want Doki and Sho to keep them titles, but
Them titles, okay.
the junior titles. I like them as a team, and I like seeing gold on both boys. But if Vegeta and Robbie Eagles beat the shit out of them and win the belts, I'm also happy because I love Vegeta and huge fucking Robbie Eagle bias on the Broken podcast. So that's a match where I'm like, either way, I win. We also got Tanahashi versus Wato on that show, and we'll have him versus Great Khan as well.
Yeah, Great
There's
Khan.
some,
He could beat Tanahashi. That would be awesome.
yep.
Please.
Tanahashi also at a Blue Justice show will be wrestling Yuji Nagata as well. So
Who's gonna win that?
yeah.
We're
I know.
negotiating right now. So.
Yeah, that's right. Come on, there's not going to be any Blue Justice on that show. We've got title matches set up for Destruction in Kobe. Shingo versus Gabriel Kidd, as we've mentioned. I hope Gabriel Kidd is ready and healthy, all that kind of stuff. If he isn't, I assume they're just going to vacate the belt, and we might get Shingo versus maybe Driller or somebody else, and whatever. We're getting a rematch that I both want and don't want right now. It's Yota Tsuji versus David Finlay. I want it because those two are fucking awesome together, and it's going to be Power Move City, and they're amazing. I don't want it, at least right now, because I want both these guys to win this match because I want to see a fucking cool, really good direction for the leader of the War Dogs Bullet Club. I need it. Show it to me. And I also want Yota Tsuji to be like, shot up to the motherfucking top of the mountain because I fucking love him. And so I'm conflicted in that good way. You know what I mean? Like,
But
I want it.
who's
Not
gonna
sure if I'm
tag
ready
with
for it.
the knockout boys? Like, who's gonna tag with them? I
Yeah.
thought Finley would be tagging with them, and whoever.
We're getting a match for I don't know why, and I don't care because it's a marquee matchup and it's always great. It's Hiromu versus Taiji Ishimori. Yes, please. Two of your top guys.
Reestablish both guys a little bit, for
Yep.
the tag title tournament or tag junior title, what it's called.
Absolutely. And a match that I am so fucking jacked for. It is the Knockout Brothers versus Taichi and Ishii. I want to see what these guys have got coming back from excursion. And you want to, and you said this earlier, Ishii and Taichi, win or lose, are going to make these two guys look a fucking $1 billion. So, yeah, I want it. And then, yeah, on that same show, Great Khan versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. So, yeah, that's some great stuff. We got some really good stuff. I don't love all of it, of course. I'm not a Yo fan and all that kind of shit. And there's also a stank title match. It will be Desperado Taguchi, and who was the third in that? Desperado Taguchi and Tanahashi.
What?
I guess. Yeah, that's. I mean, all right. You're not gonna what? They have other plans for Yoshihashi? What the fuck could they be? I don't really. All right.
Goto's going to come back just in time. So Goto comes back after the Knockout Boys win the titles, right? Maybe Ishii and Taichi get a rematch, but probably it'll be right on the Fisherman, I would think, at that point.
Yeah. Look, I wouldn't mind Tanahashi having a last run on a title before he.
But not the stink belts. Come on.
But not only would it be the stank belts, Despy's. This is no offense to Wato or Yano. Offense meant to Yo. And no offense to Tanahashi and Taguchi, but Desperado's, that's beneath this motherfucker. Like,
yeah,
he's too good for that. He's too good for the stanks. So, yeah. But what am I talking about? It's going to be fun stuff, and I'm looking forward to watching it. And we don't see Yano against Tanahashi that often, so that novelty, I'm in. And all right, it's a weird trio against the champs, but I'd much rather Tanahashi be in that trio than Yoshihashi. So yeah, there is that. All right, so
free Tanahashi up to do something better, but whatever. He wants to hang out with the nerds.
Yep, that's all right. He's like the handsome nerd, I guess. But
I guess so. That's why he hangs out with them. He makes him look even more handsome.
See, and that's the thing. I'm glad those came out because I'm in that. I'm still, maybe I've got a bit of a mood because of the win of the G1. But hey, Luke, here's what we got in the future. Oh, I want some of that hooked up to my veins right now, and I'm excited. So like, that's New Japan for me. They don't do everything I like, but they always do enough that I love and I want to see, and I'm interested, and I love New Japan. I love it.
The story never ends, Luke. So we're going to continue to tell the story as we see it.
My bitching
here on the Never Open podcast. So yes, and you will be bitching, and I will on occasion be bitching as well. I did a little bitching earlier,
No official announcement about Oleg versus Fale. Did we get one?
Nah, I don't know. It might be on there, but they're gonna wrestle. Come on now.
Yeah, it'll turn up. That's the thing. Like, we can make all these plans for other titles all we want, but what I want to know is what's going on with Oleg and my champion and all that stuff. So yeah, I feel that cathartic kind of thing in my shoulders of it's over. But in about 2 or 3 days' time, I'm going to send you a message going, where's my New Japan? I'm having withdrawal symptoms. Give me.
Yeah, I mean, I already told you. It's like, what's the even point of me living at this point? You know what I mean? What am I good for when New Japan G1 Climax is going on? I wonder that often.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah, that's the G1. It was a good time.